All right, let's dive into the incredible world of chess. And look, forget the dusty old rulebooks. We're going to get into what really makes this game a timeless battle of wits, strategy, and pure skill, all playing out on that classic 64-square battlefield. So, what's at the heart of this game? For so many people, chess is way more than just moving pieces. It's really a way of thinking. It teaches you foresight, how to solve problems on the fly, and how to adapt. Skills that you can use pretty much anywhere in life, not just on the board. And this game has, an absolutely incredible history. It's been evolving for over 1,500 years. It all started back in India as a game called chaturanga, basically a military strategy game for the nobility. From there, it spread through Persia, then into Europe during the Middle Ages. And it was around the 15th century that the rules we play with today really started to lock in. Then boom, the Industrial Revolution hits, and suddenly chess sets are everywhere, accessible to everyone. Fast forward to the 20th century, and it's the global competitive sport we all know. Okay, let's get into it. How does this battle actually play out? Well, it all starts right here, on the board. This classic 8x8 grid, 64 squares. This is your battlefield. It's the stage where every single move counts. And you're the general. You've got an army of 16 pieces at your command. You've got your royalty, the king and queen. You've got your elite forces, the rooks, bishops, and knights. And of course, you've got your frontline soldiers, the pawns. Every single one has a job to do. So every piece in your army moves in its own unique way. First up, the king. He's the most important piece on the board, period. If he gets trapped, it's game over. Then you've got the queen. She is an absolute powerhouse, your most versatile weapon, moving any way she wants. Then we've got the specialists. Rooks control the straight lines, bishops slice and dice across the diagonals, and then there's the knight with its tricky L-shaped move. It's the only piece that can actually jump over others, which is perfect for surprise attacks. All right, let's zoom in on your long-range attackers for a second. You've got the rook, moving in those straight lines. Think of it like the walls of a castle, controlling the board's ranks and files. Then you have the bishop, which slices across the board on the diagonals. Now, they can't do each other's jobs, right? A bishop always stays on its color, but when you get them working together, wow, they can control a massive amount of territory. Okay, so you've got your army. You know how all the pieces move. But what's the mission? What's the one single goal that this is all about? It all comes down to one single word: checkmate. This is the ultimate goal. See, it's not just about capturing a bunch of pieces. It's about creating a trap for the enemy king, a situation where he's under attack and has absolutely nowhere to run, no legal move to escape. That's it. That's how you win. So, the big question is, how do you actually get to checkmate? Well, you need weapons. And in chess, your weapons are called tactics. Think of them as these short, super powerful combinations of moves that let you gain an edge, capture pieces, and set up that final winning attack. Let's check out a classic example. Okay, so a really common and really deadly tactic is called the fork. Here's how it works. It's when one of your pieces, and it's often a knight, attacks two of your opponent's pieces at the exact same time. This puts your opponent in a terrible spot, right? They're forced to make a choice, but it's a no-win choice. They can only save one of their pieces, which means you're guaranteed to capture the other one. That's tactical thinking in a nutshell. But a real game of chess isn't just a bunch of random tactical shots. No, it has a flow, a real narrative. The best players actually think about it like a battle with a 3-act structure: a beginning, a middle, and an end. And thinking about the game this way, well, it gives you a really powerful mental roadmap. First, you've got the opening. This is all about setting up your forces and getting ready for the big fight. Then comes the middle game. This is where the main battle really kicks off, and all those tactical opportunities start popping up. And finally, you have the end game. With fewer pieces on the board, everything has to be super precise as you try to convert whatever small advantage you have into a win. And especially in the opening, building a strong foundation is just everything. Simple mistakes, like moving too many pawns, or being too slow to get your major pieces into the game, or, and this is a big one, forgetting to protect your king, can be an absolute disaster. A good opening really sets the stage for the whole game. A bad one, you can lose before the battle has even really begun. But okay, here's where chess gets really interesting. Because it's more than just moving pieces and following a plan. The truly great players, they know the real battle is often psychological. Yeah, this is where the game really becomes an art form. It's a contest of psychological warfare. You're not just playing the pieces on the board. You're playing the person sitting right across from you. And this is the secret weapon of the best players. They use things like misdirection. Maybe they'll launch a small, distracting attack on one side of the board just to pull your attention away from their real target. They'll apply constant pressure, forcing you to keep reacting to their moves until, eventually, you slip up and make a mistake. It is a total mind game, and it's what separates the good players from the truly great ones. So we've gone on a whole journey here, right? From the game's ancient origins to the power of each piece, the tactics of the battle, all the way to the deep psychology of the mind game. The board is set, the pieces are waiting. You know the rules, you've seen the strategy. The only question left is, what's your first move?